Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to the second episode of Destiny Forge. I am your wonderful GM, Shelby, joined by Zoop, Zephyr, Tansha, Ith, and Clayton. Unfortunately, our lovely paladin Maverick had to leave the campaign due to personal issues. We are sending all of the love in the world to them and everything we can do for them. I only have one announcement tonight, and that is that all of our social media is up and running. It is going to be in the description of this video. Please don't hesitate to check those out. And let's get back into this adventure on the continent of Diraka. Hello, players.
Hello.
Hello.
So, we all ready?
Yep. Yes. I'm ready.
Last time
Yep.
on Destiny Forge, we saw our heroes enjoy the first day of Winterfest, a seasonal event held in Eidegand. They each went around the town unbeknownst to the other, seeing different parts of it. As the first night drew to a close, a fireworks show was held. However, as it continued, Rex noticed a strange sound and found someone in a dark alleyway that was a little too cramped for them. Not long after, everyone else noticed as a few plants were swaying without wind outside of Fizzlecrick, who was enamored by the fireworks. Cass investigated and pushed her way into the plant, which bit her. If not friend, then why friend-shaped? All the plants then opened their eyes, which were glowing red, and they fought back against the party. After the fight was over, the party went their separate ways and slept for the night. In the morning, everyone woke up to a letter on their door, beckoning them out to the post of Eidegand. Rex, unwilling to go, was dragged by Cass, who didn't know where that was. The group then met Luca, Lana, and Jeremiah, of whom tasked them with a mission to go east and track down someone who had stolen a book from them. Now, sitting in their room with the offer, what would you like to do?
Nine's gonna ask the trio. Do you guys have like a description of the thief?
Luca, who had been speaking before, speaks up again. Yeah, so it's a roughly 5'6", scrawny elven man with blue hair and lavender eyes.
Got it. Does anybody here, does that ring any bells? I don't know your guys' history, but
No, I'm pretty new here, so I don't know a lot about it.
yeah, I am too. I'm at a loss.
Would Rex have recognized this person after dealing with the person in the alleyway?
Make me a history check.
That is an 18.
An 18. After modifiers and everything?
Yes. 15 plus 3.
Cool. With an 18, you are able to recognize the description of this, and it was, in fact, the man that you took home yesterday night.
Ooh.
Alright, and Rex is just gonna raise a hand up to his chin and sort of tap the center of it. Go, huh. And then he's going to say, well, do you think that the 2 weeks is all that they have on us, or...
I would assume that 2 weeks is about when the book was stolen. If they have absconded from town, I do not know.
Does that ring a bell for you, Rex?
Well, I mean, all it would take is some hair dye and for me to, crouch down a little bit, and they'd be describing me.
Did you do it?
Oh, yes, totally. While I was running around and taking care of all of the other errands that I do around town and, hiding from all of the fighting and jailing and violence that was going on, because I'm a very weak-hearted person. Yes, it was totally me.
Do you have an evil twin?
Well, case closed. You can arrest this man now.
I mean, I think that he might be joking. At least I hope he is.
Unless he can transform.
Just kind of looking at you
Into a
weird
shorter
now.
person.
Well, you said we could get supplies from you. Do you have any kind of like, I don't know, like a tracking dog or like a? I'm sorry, I know probably not a dog, but like a spell or something.
If you could get their name, we could probably find them.
Oh, were there any witnesses to the theft that we could interview?
I don't believe so, but you are more than welcome to ask around here. Ask the people around the outpost of Idegent. They might know something.
Okay.
But you did say we could request supplies, right? Within reason?
Within reason.
Could I request maybe some armor and a longsword? A specific type of armor, I'll admit.
We could find something. The outpost of Idegent is not known for its physical resources, but I could probably find something in one of the Watchmen outposts. Just, it might not be the best quality.
Well, anything is appreciated. Especially since this seems Book of Dangerous Spells. Dangerous, you know.
I have one last question before I am going to leave the rest of the discussions to my... As he looks over the group that is gathered, associates. When is the earliest payment we can receive?
As was discussed, it would be upon either gathering of information or return of the book. We could give you something small up front to entice you, but that would be nothing in comparison to the final payout.
I would like to say, like, out of character, last session we did get 25 gold from these people.
That was for saving the town of Idegent.
Yeah.
That was not for
That's what,
taking on this mission.
Yeah. I know, I just want to make sure that was, like, a fact.
Yep. Rex is gonna give a small nod of his head and go, get me to the end of the day and I can get you some information for that first payout. Show you that we're at least actively working towards it and not just stepping on your goodwill, as it were.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. Do you want us to come back for just to give you updates before we go after him, or should we just go just whole hog?
I can get in contact with one of you if I need an update.
That's cryptic. Alright. I'll take the job.
I will take this job as well.
Oh, well, I'm in.
I'm in also.
They all turn their head toward Rex.
Rex just goes... Rex purposely trying to avoid their eye contact, fidgeting in his chair, goes, "Oh, yes, I'm in too. That's why I told you that by tonight I'd be able to get you some information." Huh?
Rex does not, in fact, want a healthy dose of prolonged eye contact.
I want you to know, by the way, that I apparently didn't add my armor in, so my armor class has been way too low this whole time.
That's why during the fight I was like, okay.
I
Like,
literally
what do you
just
mean your
equipped my
armor class is 13?
It's like, you wearing nothing.
I'm gonna equip it right
So
now.
there now.
Rex is gonna stand up at this point and go, I'm gonna... You're staring at me, I'm gonna...
Go. And they
And
open
he starts
the
inching
door.
towards the door.
The door opens for you all to make an exit.
I'm just
Nine
gonna
gets up.
trot
Thank
after you, like, where you going, Rex?
As Nine walks out, she's gonna look at the trio of people, and be like, "Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really hope that we do find what you guys are looking for."
Your funding will greatly help my experiments. I walk out after the party.
They sort of just like squint at you. Voxel, are you doing anything specific?
Just following the rest of the group up.
Cool. As you leave this sort of office area and are now in the outpost of Eidegand, you've been told that you have free access to go talk to anyone that might be here to discuss information on the robbery. What would you like to do?
Well, who's nearby?
Yeah, or like, would it have been taken from a library or a workshop, or?
You don't know. They did not explain. They just said that a magical book had been taken from them. These people were not very
Actually,
forthright in all of the information they gave you.
They
Oh
did
yeah, we
say,
know that. These people are...
They did
That's
say
all back.
that it was taken from a sealed off part of the library, and it was like a prohibited book.
Oh, okay, yeah. So probably the library then, right?
Yeah. The naughty part of the library.
Oh.
Okay.
So yeah, Nine would probably look around for the library.
Cool.
Rex is going to follow them until they start to enter into a building, and then he's going to cut away and head to where he dropped the person off last night.
Are we still in a building?
Yeah, you're still in a building. Like this, it's the outpost of Eidegand. It's just kind of one large... Rex just finds the nearest window, and you just hear shattering.
I'm okay with this, yes.
Nine would run to see if somebody
Oh
died.
my God. Are you okay?
You would know
He's
how to
just
get
running
out
away.
of this place. So,
Unfortunately, we were on the 6th story of this building, and Rex broke both his legs.
No, I think the building's only second story.
so can I have someone make me an investigation check to try and find the library, and then Rex, we will say you have made your way out and are heading towards the inn where you dropped said person off last night, but I'm gonna get to you in a moment.
Yeah,
I
that's no
have,
problem.
Definitely try
I
to
have
do
high
an
intelligence.
investigation.
That's a 15 from 9.
Is it 15?
And just as a note, if anybody had noticed Rex leaving, he wouldn't have stopped them from following him. He just left without saying anything, basically.
Rex jumped out a window.
Yeah, I probably just went like, "Are you okay?" And you might have just like waved over your shoulder and be like, "All right then."
Covered in glass, like bleeding just a tiny bit, just drops.
Okay,
got
that's
a,
a 5 for
17.
investigation. I don't find shit.
I got a 17 on investigation.
Alrighty. Ith. Sorry, not Ith. Fizzlecrick. You are sort of too caught up in the money that you have just gotten, and all of the things that you can do with it. Wow, I cannot speak tonight. I mean, can I speak ever? No. Is this
John's
worse?
Bond having a strong.
Bames John having a strong, indeed. That should just be our catchphrase.
Bames John having a strong.
Welcome to Destiny Forge, where Bames John has a strong every night. But the other two of you,
Wait, who's in the library?
Mithmine and Cass, are able to find the library quite quickly. Voxel, what are you doing in this time?
I would be definitely like watching Rex and where he's going, but I'd be following the rest of the group.
Cool. I mean, I think at this point it's canon that Rex jumped out a window, so...
Yeah.
Rex, roll me 1d6.
Done deal. Let's go. This is my lowest rolling die. I hate you.
Did it roll
You
6?
low. It rolled a 6. It rolls a 1 when I use it for damage.
You'll take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you jump out a second-story window.
How much
I'd
health
like
do
to
you
say
have?
that I probably apologized profusely to anyone who was nearby and left 3 silver pieces on the windowsill. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I can just imagine, like,
Oop,
if
cat
Zephyr
cameo.
had mending, would have, like, started picking up shards of glass and just, like, mending
I
them
do
together.
have mending. I was just afraid that would take too long.
Oh, it would. It would take you, like, an hour to fix the window.
Yeah, mending has a casting time of a minute.
We gotta go to the library. We gotta study hard. I got a library card. We gotta go.
As you make your way
Having
to the
fun
library,
isn't hard.
as you enter the library, you are all greeted with a difference from the sort of stony gray that this not castle, but this sort of manor style building had been before. It's now this very, like, orangey, like, warm, like, wooden flooring and wooden bookshelves with accents of dark brown in the, like, tables and counters and stuff that are in here. And just from floor to ceiling, you can see thousands and thousands of books.
Mine definitely takes. This is beautiful. I've never seen so many books, I don't think.
It's very well taken care of. Wonder if there's a library nearby.
Cass, you are extremely quiet.
Your cat's in the way.
Oh,
might
I'm
be-
sorry. My cat, face bashed my microphone, so it might be a little. Is this better?
Yeah.
Oh,
little
God bless
better.
it, Koshek. She just.
Cat moment.
Cat cameo.
You
Fizzlecrick, when he enters the library, quickly loses interest in the investigation and proceeds to the nearest books about alchemy.
okay, I love your cat, by the way. She is gorgeous.
But the audience
Face
at home
smashing
can't
the
see.
I'd
camera.
100% have a cat if I wasn't so allergic to them. Cats are awesome.
I live with 5 dogs, so I would 100% have a cat if I wasn't worried about it getting murdered.
I live with 4
Yup.
cats.
Can I just come live with you? Either way. So, Fizzlecrick, you head towards the nearest section on, alchemy. The 3 of you are left together as you see a kobold sort of just make their way away from the rest of you. So, as you approach the desk, you see a woman with a taller woman with this long curly red hair, like bright red. And she looks at you and goes, "Oh, hi dear, how can I help you?"
Hi, ma'am. We're on a kind of assignment from what I'm assuming might be the heads of this outpost. Luca, Lana, and Jeremiah.
Oh, them. Yeah, they're quite the name around here. Would you happen to be the people that were beckoned by them this morning?
Yes, actually, we are. I have a friend down here that you can't see. She's quite short. And
Hello.
up here,
Oh, hi, darling. And what's both your names?
I'm Mithnine. You can just call me Nine.
My name's Cassidy, but you're welcome to call me Cass.
It's a very nice pleasure meeting you both. Is it just you two? I thought
We have
more of
a
you
we have a
walked in
third
together.
companion.
Third? Is that?
Voxel is just standing behind both of them, not talking.
She looks at you and introduces herself. Well, I'm Belinda.
Belinda? That's a wonderful name.
Why, thank you, dear.
Hello.
And not in the trying to poison everyone with honey type, Belinda. Some of you might remember that, some of you may not.
Nine laughs but has no idea what she's talking about.
I think only Zephyr and Zoop have any idea what I'm talking about.
I made a joke about Oleander earlier when you were doing
Oh!
Well, let's see. What was I going to say? I forgot. Y'all.
Above Gabe, did it have anything to do with the books?
Yes,
Oh,
I was
yes.
going to tell you. Your library is so wonderful. There's so many books here, and they're all so well taken care of. I'm astounded. It's beautiful.
Why, thank you. I'm not the person who built all this, but I am the person who tries to maintain it. So don't go stealing any of my books, all right?
Oh, we would never.
Oh no, definitely not. That's actually, I mean, it's
Actually,
tangentially related. Yeah.
We do have. I don't want to call him a companion. We have a fourth person who came in here with us who is also on assignment from the 3 top dogs, if that's a good way to describe them. He's not really the most well-adjusted seeming thing, and he's over in the alchemy section. We have no
I'm
idea
sure
what he's
he
doing.
means well, but it's an interesting conversation. Let me put it that way.
Definitely keep a lookout for him, and I you personally have my apologies for anything he does, though I don't consider myself an associate of him.
Okay. Should I be worried?
Yeah.
About?
Oh
Okay.
well, he just be reading. You just hear someone chewing on a book.
No, you hear ominous cackling.
Should I be worried? Well, related to the stealing of books, we were summoned actually to find one that might have been stolen from here. They said they didn't tell us the title or anything, but they said it was from your forbidden section.
A book stolen from the forbidden section. Are you... She sort of gets real low and talks in hushed tone, because you are aware that you are not the only people in here. You can see, is there about 10 to a dozen other people in here?
Okay.
Are you talking in reference to the Book of Spells?
Yes,
Oh,
I think.
yes. Yes, they said it was a dangerous book of spells.
Come in here. And she sort of pushes a button under the desk as a door you can hear rotates. And behind her, a secret section of the library has opened up.
Oh, that's just a marvel.
That's awesome.
This was my design. Thank you.
Whoa, really? That's awesome.
Well,
I was gonna ask.
It makes sense, you know. Sometimes I like to have a private place to study.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And so much pizzazz. That's, man, respectfully, that's badass. Pardon my curse. That's so cool.
Oh, we're all accustomed to swearing here, honey. Come on in.
Hooray!
I'll follow.
Before Vatsa goes in, he goes and gets Fizzlecrick. Or tries
if
to,
you
at least.
need human. I say, sitting on top of a massive pile of books.
It's concerning the job we've been hired to do. The one we will be getting paid for. Please help us.
All
Or
right.
at least earn your fair share.
I sort of hop up and follow you into the room. Follow you back into the room.
Would you have been paying attention to this conversation?
Yeah, actually, I heard snippets of it, but my real interest was drawn when the secret door opened.
Cool. You see now as you walk into this, like, actually quite homey, quite comfortable place. It seems as if a curtain is like half drawn in the corner, sort of dividing this room into two.
Is there daylight coming from the curtain? Like, is there a window that goes
No,
outside?
no. So it's a secret room inside of the library, and what it is the curtain itself is like dividing the room in half.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Almost like a partition, per se.
Okay.
So,
Is it-
what can you've been tasked on a mission, I understand.
Yes, they gave us a vague description, but we were hoping maybe somebody saw what happened or might know this man, have a name.
Is
Um,
this the forbidden section, or is this just your little?
this
nice
is my
place
own
to
little
be?
nook. I work at this library all day, every day, so sometimes, I like to take a nap. I'll take my lunch in here, just so I'm not
Cool.
bothered.
It's very nice.
Thank you. I did make it myself. Is this all of you? I thought there were 5.
Oh
One
yes,
jumped out a window.
he's taking initiative on a different lead.
That must have been the shattering I heard earlier. Well, as long as he's alright, I guess someone will fix that window later. Just, you might need to be a little bit more respectful, otherwise someone might get upset.
I'm so sorry. I left some money on the windowsill, but I can fix it if you give me, I don't know, like a couple hours or something.
It's fine, darling. Someone will get it taken care of.
I can assure you that none of us would want to jump out a window as well. Rex is kind of his own force. But anyways, were you a witness to the thievery of the Book of Spells?
I was not. It was after the last... Damn it. Just
Bless
trying to
you.
get through that sentence before I sneezed.
It was in character.
It
Bless
was before I, sorry, it was after I closed down the library for the night. It seems someone seemed to have walked in when I was gone. All I know is that as I was doing inventory the next day, it was gone.
So there's no sign of like any sort of destruction or explosion?
Yeah, no signs of a break-in or anything.
I mean, let me see here. No. Now I don't remember anything, but I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. It was,
No, it's all right.
I
No,
can
that's
show
perfectly
you where
okay,
the
ma'am.
book was taken from.
Yeah, sure. Now I'm curious. No one witnessed this? Not you, not anybody else?
Was there any sort of like janitorial staff that might have seen it?
I mean, we are resourceful enough in our understanding of magic that we don't really have janitorial staff.
I see.
But I do appreciate your concern. I would be willing to bet, a student might have witnessed this. Or, sorry, not a student. I call them students. They're not students. Just someone else that was at the outpost that day. We all sort of closed down at the same time, so someone might have witnessed someone walking through here, but I mean, people could come from all across Adigan to just this outpost to learn, so you'd be a little hard pressed to find just someone. I might be able to pull some records of anyone that came in that day, see if you can track them down.
That would be very helpful.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm curious how they got a description of him if no one saw it happen.
That is true. Could I tell Belinda the description of the guy and see, like, maybe this is like an inside job and it could be a guy that worked here?
I mean, you can tell her the description.
Alright. So I'm gonna say, like, well, our suspect that we're trying to chase down, he's like this kind of, medium height, scrawny elven man with, like, blue hair and lavender purple eyes. Does that ring a bell at all? Is that somebody who used to work here by chance? Maybe they snuck in?
The description of someone who works here doesn't ring a bell, but I do remember someone was around that day matching that description, but not that night.
Hmm.
Oh,
Did
maybe they
you-
were casing it.
Hmm. Did you at all by chance, like, get a name or anything?
Let's see if she succeeds on a history check.
Hooray!
Or maybe, if they
Could I
took
help
a
her with
different-
it?
No.
Maybe if
don't-
they check something out or something.
No, he didn't check anything out, but, his name... Sorry, I'm having trouble remembering. If you give me 1 second, I could probably
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
remember it. But that description definitely rings a bell. Was there anything else you might be worried about?
Nothing else was taken, was it? Just that one book.
I think it was just that one. I mean, we get books stolen all the time, but nothing really out of the restricted section. As for his name was Myalis, Myalis.
Myalis.
Yeah, he was talking with someone else. Seemed to be having a theological conversation, but
Hmm.
Do you recall who?
no, it didn't seem like they were in cahoots on anything, but I could be wrong.
No, I'm sure it's fine. But I just, if he was talking to somebody, maybe they might know a little bit about him.
Do you remember, like, a description of them, or is that too much to ask? I'm sorry I'm sorry for pushing you too much. This is just,
No, I don't remember anything about them. I barely even remember his name, and it's only because you gave me a description that jogged my memory.
All right. Well, could we look at the restricted section? Maybe we could find, if someone pried a tile loose or moved something else.
Yeah,
Yes.
just
We would
Yes.
very much like to have a look at the restricted section.
just understand that outside of your investigation, you're not allowed to touch any of the books, as you don't have permission from someone. One of the
Oh, AR
higher-ups.
cross my heart. I won't do it.
I make no promises.
Then you're not allowed in the restricted section, my friend. I'm sorry, I just can't allow you near the books.
I mean, you could watch me the whole time. I just want to
Not
see if
you.
there's anything we can. Oh, okay.
The kobold. Alright, come on. And she sort of, like, taps the ceiling a couple of times as that door shifts again, and she waits for all of you to leave, and then she follows you out. And with that, we're going to shift the scene to Rex. Rex, you are about halfway to where this is going, and you hear someone shout your name, and it is the barkeep. Rex!
Oh, hey.
Are you
What's up?
just not gonna come back for your payment?
I was gonna stop by after I finished the task that I'm currently dealing with, but since you're here...
You got tasked to something.
Regrettably, the group that defeated the trees ended up getting me pulled into something far above my pay grade.
Okay, that's a little cryptic, but here's your payment. It's not a lot, but it's a thank you and, a payment for what you've done for us.
Eh, thanks. Also, they will apparently be trying to find somebody else to do the work that I normally do around here, so expect more incompetence than usual.
I can handle it myself. But I appreciate you letting me know, dear. And as you're sort of having this conversation out in the street, there are a lot of people bustling by you.
Mm-hmm. Um, sort of looking down to the tavern keeper, I'd like to just sort of scan over the crowd as people are bustling around to see if anybody catches my eye.
Anyone in particular, or are you just looking for someone that might be sketchy? Anything?
More specifically, either somebody that belongs to the same circle that he does, or the person that he helped escort last night.
Belongs to the same circle as the guy that you helped escort last night?
No, belongs either to the circle that Rex is a part of, or the person that he helped escort last night. One
Gotcha,
of those
okay.
two. Yeah.
Make me a perception check.
Okay. Percepción +4.
Perskeppy.
Perskeppy. That is an 18.
With an 18, unfortunately, no one is really catching your eye. A lot of these people you've either seen before or are first-time faces that seem to just be enjoying day 2 of Winterfest.
Okay. Do me a favor, if you can. I'm currently looking for, and he's going to give the barkeep the description that they were given
Cool.
of the guy. And he's then gonna say, and the people I typically deliver things for, if I don't run into them, maybe you will. So if you could just pass that along to them as well.
Okay, I'll keep information for you if you come back to the bar, but no promises I can get it to you.
I understand that, and I'll make sure that we stop by before we leave. One last good meal before we head out.
Yes. If you can... That one will be on the house, as you did sort of, protect my customers from getting attacked by trees last night.
That's very kind of you.
But go do your thing. I don't want to hold you up. I appreciate all that you've done for me.
Try to keep your head up. I'll be back before you know it. And Rex is gonna head towards the other location now.
Cool. You make your way there. It's not too much longer after that. And you... at the now entrance of the inn, what would you like to do?
At the now entrance of the inn, can he see the windows to the room that he brought the guy to last night?
No. You would know that he is on a sort of like inner room that didn't.
Okay.
Thinking on it now, that if this is the same guy, it's possible that this guy did this on purpose and was probably trying to keep hidden.
Mm-hmm. Rex is gonna walk in and go up to the desk, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, so quick question for you.
Yes.
First off, how did the supplies work that you were brought the other day?"
Oh, they were lovely. Thank you.
Wonderful. And second, do you remember the person that I had brought in during the firework display last night?
Yeah, I do. He said that his name was Aelor. Why are you asking?
Well, he had dropped a couple of things on our way back. He was startled by the fireworks, and I had wondered if he had already left or if I could go up to his room and meet him.
He left, but, he isn't inconsistent with his stays here, so you could always leave it with me and I could possibly get it back to him. But for checking the rooms, as he's gone, I'd be more than willing to let you go up there.
Well, thank you, actually, yes, if you would be okay with that.
Sure. And this, like, sprightly woman hands you a key that is, like, has a big, like, paper slip attached to it.
Okay. Rex is, as he's starting to walk in the direction of that inner room, he's gonna go, do you happen to know, if his stays are frequent, like you said, when the next time he should be staying by is?
I don't know, probably sometime within the next few months, but I think he just likes to come to Eidegen to relax, so he takes a vacation every now and again, but it's not like clockwork, unfortunately.
Well, thank you. I'll be back down in a few minutes. And Rex is gonna head up to the room.
Okay. And as you head up to the room, you insert the key and open to this normal inn-looking room, wooden floors, a bed, a bathroom, but not much else.
Looking over the room, do I see any, like, scratch marks on the floor or the walls indicating that things have been moved or shuffled around?
Make me an investigation check.
Ew. Okay, let's see. That is a 14.
With a 14, you give a fairly thorough inspection of the room, and you look around. You don't notice anything in the room, unfortunately.
Okay. Rex is just gonna click his tongue and head back down to the to the front desk to return the key.
That was fast. Are you already done?
Yeah, I just had to double check, and there's gonna be more to give him next time he comes back, but that's okay. Do you happen to know where he was heading to after this?
I know he came from the east, so probably somewhere over there, but unfortunately he doesn't really talk too much about his personal life.
Makes sense for someone on vacation.
Yeah, you know, people probably don't want to live everything that's going on in their personal life here. Yeah, sorry, But if you want to leave his things with me, I can probably get them to him.
Yeah, absolutely no need to apologize. And Rex is going to pull out a couple of gold coins.
Oh, it was just some money.
Yeah, regrettably so, but you never know how hard off somebody actually is.
Yeah, well it's a really good Samaritan thing of you to do. Thank you, Rex. And I'll see you around. Probably have some more orders or stuff that needs to come through here sooner rather than later. You know how this is.
Regrettably, I do. But you won't be able to request me for a little bit, because I got drawn into some work for, give me a second as the player checks his notes, for, Luca.
For Luca. Oh,
Yeah.
you seem to try and stay out of those circles.
That I do. That I do. I happened to make a bad call last night, which got me more attention than I was hoping for.
Okay.
But if you need something delivered, somebody will be by to do it. Just try to lower your standards by a few bars.
Well, with you, my standards were already on the floor. I'm just kidding, of course. But
Listen, you gotta learn to limbo somehow.
Stone cold.
So, keep your head up, and Rex is gonna start making his way out of the, location.
okay. Well, good luck.
Luck is what you make it.
And what would you like to do?
At this point, he would more, just sort of slowly make his way back over towards where the rest of the group was, seeing if he sees any of them having left that main building that they were at. If he doesn't see them, that's where he's heading back to. Having
Fizzle
looked
Crick
into...
is sitting on the front steps, mope it.
But as he moves, he would also like to listen to any rumors or anything like that that the people are talking about while he does so.
Okay. And then we're gonna shift back to the three of you that are in the restricted section. As you're exploring around, it's the same sort of warm library feel. It's just a little more, like, almost unkempt. The books look, like, vastly different, per se. Not as neat and put together. They seem more like a mass of collected knowledge than...
Like scribbled notes and diaries and...
Yes.
So these are probably like things that are collected by researchers and put like right in type of thing.
Possibly.
Is there any obvious signs of that someone else was here besides, like the people who should be?
No.
Oh, also, do we get the vibe that like this messiness is just how it always is? Could I ask Belinda if that's how it is?
It is a very orderly chaos.
Okay.
Like I said, the books themselves seem to just be sort of more mismatched and less, like, sorted. It's a restricted section. People can find what they need in here. Or they don't need to be in here.
So, Belinda, is there like a... Do you have to do something specific to get into this section, or...
Well, you just have to have written permission from, someone that works here. As you guys know, Luca, Lana, Jeremiah, myself, actually, I can give out restricted access permission, but there's only a handful of us that can.
So, you, like, literally need it to get in, or is it just, like, unlocked, but
I
to
mean,
get in you need...
it's not magically locked, but it's locked. It's locked fairly well. And I'm the only person that has the keys. So it would be kind of difficult for someone to get in there without my knowing.
Are there
Okay.
are there spells that can just, like, conjure a key for a keyhole?
Not that I'm aware of, but I'm not the most magically adept person here.
If I investigate the door, could I tell if the lock had been picked? Like, would it leave wear and tear?
You may. The DC will be high depending on if something is there or not.
We'll find out if I'm terrible.
Can I make a perception check for the same thing?
You cannot make a perception check. You can make an investigation check, however.
Alright.
Not the greatest. 15.
15.
11.
Unfortunately, neither of you can really see anything. It's possible that what is wear and tear on this door is just from use instead of from someone lockpicking.
All right. Where was the book stored? Is there like a method to this?
For me, yes, but like I said, people that need to be in the restricted section for a book can find the book amongst the chaos. The book is actually up. It was up here, and she sort of gestures to one of the bookshelves that's a little more off to the right, and it's about 3 shelves up, definitely out of your reach, Cass, and most likely out of Fizzlecrick's reach, who is not here currently, but you can
Damn
definitely
librarians and their completely justified suspicions.
Sorry?
Damn librarians and their completely justified suspicions.
True.
How dare we be careful?
It came from right here.
Can 9 get to it? She's 5'11".
Yeah, oh yeah.
9's gonna look at it, sniff it.
You smell book.
Book was here.
Can I just I just want to do like a general investigation on like the surrounding area and the shelf, because I obviously can't reach where the book actually is, but if I could do that, that'd be...
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
Oh, that's terrible. That's a 9. That sure is a shelf. My golly, it's tall.
Should I do the same thing since I am taller?
You may.
Okay.
Zephyr.
I already have height here.
Guys, this shelf is made out of shelf.
That's also that's a 9. This
That
shelf
looks like
had
it's
book on
made
it.
We
This
also
shelf-
I rolled a 9 too.
This
This
shelf
shelf
have
is
book.
made of fine mahogany.
Since they're absolutely stumped, can I try and look at it?
You can also look at it, yes.
Natural 1.
Oh my god!
This
You know-
shelf is very...
Shelf.
Made of shelf.
Could 9 smack her face and re-roll?
No, this shelf is
Damn.
very, very shelfy. It is the shelfiest of shelves, some would say.
Well, is there any other entrance into this room by any chance? Just the one.
Just the one.
Well,
Is it?
I did not take any spells today that could help with this, so I apologize.
Are you the only person in the entire building that has a key? Are there any spare keys?
I am, in fact, the only person that would have a key to this here library.
And you do still have your key.
Oh, I do still have my key right here.
Do you take it home with you, or do you hide it in like your little room when you leave?
It's with me all the time.
Okay, so there's no chance someone could have gotten it off you for a bit and then.
Nope, right here on my key ring, because I need it for just about everything.
Voxel, you picking up anything?
The shelf is very nice.
It is.
So clearly, our group is not going to be stumped by doors. We are going to, however, be stumped by shelves. And lying.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Hey,
We've been
I
very bad
take
at.
that back. I am a very good liar, thank you.
Mhm.
I
Well,
love your deceitfulness.
Well, now that we at least know his name, do you think anybody might know who he is? Could he have like a rap sheet? Could we go to like the cops and be like, "Hey, have you
Someone-
heard of Meowlis Blue Hair Elf Band?"
It's quite the surname. Someone here must have saw
It was his
him.
mo-
If
He actually married into that name.
someone must have saw him in this building. If the I'm sorry, Belinda. What do you have a title for Luca, Lena, and Jeremiah? Are they like? Are they mayors? Or what do you refer to them as?
They're just the diplomats of Adigend. They
The
don't
diplomats.
they don't really have a title. We just call them by their names.
I'm just gonna call them diplomats. The diplomats knew.
Have you ever heard anyone but Luca talk?
That's a good question.
No.
Are they?
Wait, Lucas the brown curly-haired one, right?
Yeah.
Then no.
I don't think I've ever heard the other two talk.
Me neither. They didn't talk the whole time we were there. Do you? This is a bit off topic, but it's just I'm curious. They're a bit strange, right?
They're a bit cryptic, but I wouldn't call them strange.
Oh, you know what? Shoot, we didn't even ask you. Does this book have a title, or do you know anything more about what was stolen?
I can't recall one, but I feel like I should know. I mean, if a book has a title, it's in my library.
Can I do an insight check to see if
You can
I can
absolutely do
tell
an
if she
insight check.
actually doesn't remember, or if it appears to be like she did know it at one time and it's been erased? Alright.
You can make an
Don't-
insight check, and given the insight check succeeds, I want you to make a general intelligence check to try and
no.
differentiate the two.
I'm not good at intelligence or insight, as it turns out. Oh wait, no, actually, I am good at insight. Sorry, I was
If
looking
only
at the wrong thing.
they had let the one character with high
it's a
intelligence in.
15. And
So
then
yes,
if I'm doing
she definitely. It is. She does not remember it. You do not know why she does not remember it. Make me an intelligence check to try and.
let's see. Oh Lord, an 8.
You cannot tell.
Dang, she's really just perplexed.
She sure does not know this thing. I'll tell you what.
Shoot, dang it, she doesn't know it.
Shoot,
That's
dang
like,
it.
just give it. I don't want to just.
But she
copy what
does seem
Ross did.
distressed about that, though. Like she's like, "Why don't I know? Why
It's-
should I know?"
It's-
You can make an inference.
Could I make like an Arcana check to just kind of see if I get a feeling that some spell might have been casted in this area?
Make an Arcana
Oh,
check at
okay.
disadvantage, because any spell that would have been cast in this area after the book was stolen would have been cast 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay, that's very true. That's a 4. That's a 9. It's a 19. That's a 4. That's a 5. That's a 5.
It's very booky in here.
Hmm. Nothing I want is working out.
Hey, look, guys, this floor is made out of floor.
Wow,
There's a lot of that going around today.
I get
This
the
is-
feeling.
This
I get
is
the
incredible
idea-
to watch.
I
This
get
is
the idea that
truly-
there's 4 walls to this room, but I'm not sure.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
um,
I look at Cass. You got anything? You got any questions?
nothing I can think of anymore.
Voxel? Sorry.
Are all the Belinda? Are all the books in here of like equal dangerousness? That's a word.
No, heavens
Um,
no. They're just... I mean, some people come to me and ask me to hide their diary from their parents. Like, there's
okay.
a lot of random shit in here, but...
So that
I mean,
book was a specific.
yeah,
danger.
that's why I'm confused as to why I don't remember the name, because I should. If it had one.
Belinda, this might be rude to ask, but just so I can make this a clear image in my head, you're putting diaries in the same room as spell books with very dangerous spells in them?
Unfortunately, it is not my decision what goes in the
I
restricted
wouldn't-
section, but
yeah, I would
yes.
assume not. I would assume it's like an upper management thing.
Yes, it is.
To be fair, that's a pretty good place to hide a diary you don't want your parents to see.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Wait, not wrong.
maybe we should, maybe if we go back and talk to Fizzlecrit, because he seems kind of good at like he's seems
Good
pretty
at the
smart in the
smarts.
ways of like potions and stuff. Maybe he might know how someone could get in undetected, or maybe like why you can't remember the name of that book.
Yeah, I guess that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trusting him on this, but I'm still not letting him near my books.
That's how we can
perfectly
go back out. We'll go
reasonable.
back out and talk to him.
Alright. So, do you make your way out of the library?
I do.
Yeah.
As you make your way
Yeah.
out of the library into Fizzle Creek, you now also see Rex there as the 5 of you are reunited.
Hey, Rex! Where'd you go?
Oh, you know, a little of this, a little of that. Absolutely, truly nothing important. Nothing whatsoever.
So you left us with an important quest to go do nothing of importance.
Can I
And
insight
jumped out
check
a window to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. See, you understand me.
Do you
Rex,
often
I
jump
insight-
out of windows?
Check
Rex-
Rex.
Yeah, make an insight check, and then Rex, make a deception or persuasion check.
Alright, I got you. This is going to be a deception, and it is a
Didn't we
natural
say
one.
that? I was about to say, didn't we say that
Yes.
canonically?
Canonically, he is no lying.
I was
It's a
about to say.
natural
I was about to say. Canonically, didn't we give you, or mechanically, didn't we give you a disadvantage on all deception checks as well?
Yes, it was a 2 and a 1.
well, I got a
I rolled
6.
a natural
so-
5 for a 6.
I mean, you guys aren't really good at seeing through, but
Actually, no, I got a
Rex,
7.
Tell us.
Oh
tell us.
God!
Tell us
Everyone
what
is
they
rolling
glean.
awful.
Yeah, what the? Some of you guys are gonna need to
I'm-
exercise your dice after the end of this.
I'm gonna start rolling on my
I'm going
desk.
to the
instead.
third set.
No, that's us.
Wouldn't this-
Oh yeah, no, Rex is lying like a motherfucker. It is so easy to tell. Eyes darting everywhere that's not you guys.
Your voice literally rises when you lie.
No, it doesn't.
Rex,
Alright, fine. I went back to the place where I had escorted somebody to last night. They matched the description that we were given.
you didn't tell us?
See, there you go. How hard is it to be honest?
Very, very hard, because I wanted you guys to be the ones to take the credit for this.
Why?
The less credit I take, the less paperwork is involved.
You're what?
Is that it?
You're
Is that
wanted by the
genuinely
law,
it?
aren't you?
I mean, if he was wanted by the law, we just met with the diplomats. I think they would have probably had him pretty pegged down as a criminal. Well, then again, you're a hero, Fizzle Crick, so I don't know.
I'm not wanted by the law or anything like that. It's just people that are often seen doing good things. Others have higher expectations of them, which means you can't relax as much.
You should get a mask.
You know,
They could be
I've
like-
thought about that.
Could be like a vigilante.
I went to this carnival once, and they were doing this play on the stage, and they had these masks on, and they were like wooden, and they're so scary. You could have one of those.
Given your ability to lie, you could not lead a double life successfully. It would fall apart within days.
I hate to concur as the DM.
What?
Huh.
The Batman? What? My name
What?
is Bruce Wayne.
Who
What,
is
the Bruce
Batman?
Wayne?
I don't know
My
who
name
that
is
is.
Batman.
You'd make your superhero name Rex
Bruce
Man.
Rex Man.
Wait, who's... You guys are saying that James Bond is a superhero. Well, my name is Bames John.
Do you mean I look exactly like Superman? My name is Clark Kent. I have glasses, see?
My hair
No.
doesn't swish in the same way. It's all different.
Yeah. And
We've
I'm
got
not
different
inexplicably
accents,
muscular
aye?
and strong.
What if this guy's his voice? Batman just did like a really bad Scottish accent or like a British accent.
Where is he?
Where is he?
I'm the Batman.
Not even deep, just like a common Scottish man.
No, he just goes
Batman
like...
just
He
plays
tries to go
bagpipes.
Scottish women with it, like... Where is he?
Yeah, like that Lucky Charms. I forgot the Lucky Charms man name, but little
Anyways.
guy.
But anyways, the guy's name was Amos?
Bylor.
Almost.
Wait,
Aelor, that
We
was
got-
his name.
We
Wait,
got his
you're-
name as-
the guy from last night was named Aelor.
Yeah, apparently he stops by every couple of months, and he lives or comes from somewhere out to the east.
Belinda's out here with us, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I looked to Belinda. Nine looks to Belinda and says, "You said his name that you heard was Milas, right?"
Yeah, Meowless
Meowless?
or whatever.
Yeah, Myalis was the name that I heard.
Have you been hit in the head recently?
Wait, who?
He's asking this to Belinda, but he is not saying it in a mean-spirited way. It is just an off-the-cuff.
Shit,
She
right?
got-
That's mean.
No, I mean... No?
Wait,
Okay,
you said
so-
that Miles was talking to somebody. Did they look the same, perhaps?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I feel like that kind of thing would probably stick out in your mind. Someone talking to someone else who looked just like them.
Oh shoot, I was gonna ask. Right. Fizzle Crick, do you know something that might make somebody forget certain information?
I assume can I make an arcana check for that?
Yes.
I have a +3 to arcana. 15.
15. You would. You are aware
Yeah.
that there are multiple spells to alter someone's memory.
Yes, there are memory modification spells. Not really something you could do with a potion. But spells such as modify memory do exist and could have that sort of effect on somebody.
Are they permanent or?
And could you tell if it's been done to somebody?
Well, I could if I were able to remove their brain, but
Oh
I have
my.
a feeling that our librarian is not willing to do that.
Is there any way that 9 could check that?
Unfortunately, no. There's
Yeah.
not a way to, like, peer into her mind unless anyone has detect thoughts, which I don't think any of you do.
I do not.
I do have. Never mind.
Did you make any important discoveries within the forbidden section? Perhaps as to how someone could get in or out?
There's a key, but only Belinda has the key, and she has the key on her at all times. Someone could have picked the lock, but I think we inspected that and we couldn't really see any.
I couldn't really
specific-
tell, but to be fair, it's not really my purview.
Yeah.
I mean, my lock is made out of lock, right?
Yeah, and the shelf's definitely made out of shelf.
Wait,
Good.
There was
nice
four
shell.
walls.
There was a
Does
floor and a ceiling.
does the forbidden section of the library have any wall? Does the forbidden section of the library are its walls touching the outside, or does it just share walls with other rooms and other rooms?
That's a good point.
I see what you're saying, but
Doesn't share an exterior
Hmm.
wall, is what you mean.
Exactly.
No, it shouldn't.
I'm going
Did
to
you
expect
let anybody in there before you went on your lunch or went to take a nap?
No,
this happened while the library was closed.
I don't let anyone in there without written permission.
Well, now I'm a little concerned if there
Well,
was some kind of modified memory
Yeah,
cast on you, then they could have controlled you to take it out, maybe.
They also could have had permission to go into the restricted section from one of the diplomats or somebody else, because you did mention more people could have that power than just the 4 of you, diplomats including you. And they could have gotten that written permission and taken out the book, then modified memory on you to make you forget. So maybe they didn't even have to come in while it was closed. They could have just done it in the light of day.
It's possible. I mean, I'm not.
I do feel bad saying this all to you. There's no way, if modified memory was casted on you, then there's no way you could know. So, I'm sorry for putting too much pressure on you.
Yeah, I mean, not unless you know, like, a great, like, mind mage or something.
I mean, the best mages I know of are weeks, months even, east on Decantoro. But I don't have any real connections there, and I know getting into that island's pretty, difficult.
getting out even more so.
Speaking of East,
Yeah,
Steve did
that caught my
head out
attention too.
east. Rex, did you say that he would come from the east or leave toward? He would.
Both of them. He
Yeah.
comes from the east and then he returns from the east. He actually left today.
So I'm very geographically inept. East. What would be the closest city to the east? Anybody know?
The closest city to the east, because no one would know, because I'm the only
Yeah.
person that knows right now.
Should I roll for this?
Yeah, if
Or-
anyone wants to go ahead and make a history check to give me more time to get my notes up.
Oh, Physical
Three.
has never seen a
Oh
battle.
my god! It's a nat 1!
Okay,
Jesus
so
Christ!
I'm sensing everyone is putting dice in dice jail today.
Oh, I also rolled
Yeah.
a nat one.
What the
Oh
fuck?
my god!
Natural 20.
Thanks, Jesus.
Hey! You got the
15.
first one!
I got the
First
first natural 1 and the
one!
first natural 20. This is
Hooray!
First total of... For a total of...
let me get my character sheet up. Come on, please load fast. History, right?
Yes, history.
Total of 22.
Total of 22. I mean, a natural 20 will do it anyways, but you are aware that the closest city to the east would be Brexas. Brexas. It's the last, like, real city before you hit the coast and then get to Idegund, but there are several smaller towns between here and there.
Alright. The closest, like, big city to the east is, Brexus.
Do you think that
Yeah,
the person you saw last night, Rex, you don't think maybe he's a mage? Maybe he's from the island and he came from the east? And maybe they got the book during the whole nonsense with the trees.
Well, what I can tell you is that he was crouched over in an alleyway that was obviously too small for him.
Actually, wait a second.
Muttering something or another.
You also would know that he definitely did not steal the book last night because the book has been reported missing for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. This means the guy stole the book 2 weeks ago,
Oh,
but then comes back multiple times to the
Either that or
the town of his crime?
Perhaps they're brothers.
that's what I thought. Maybe they're twins, or maybe it's like a like a thing where they're like a brotherhood and everybody dyes their hair blue.
Or perhaps
could
this man has
also-
simulacrum.
It could also just be a case of, oh, I have a disguise kit with some hair dye and some contacts and a little bit of paint here.
So
a
either
little bit
they're
of
doing the
blush
same,
there.
either saying they're doing the same disguise, or this person did a disguise that happens to look like this guy who's actually real.
It's
It's like
entirely
that
possible.
story.
We
It's
have
like that-
2 names. We're going to get paid for 2 names.
I mean, I suppose. Do you know what's the next place to the east that they might go? Or not the east. I'm sorry. No, it was east.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yes,
It was.
the
It
east
was
was
east.
Brexus.
We look at some in dangerous books. Okay, so he's hiding out in Eastward City. 2-week head start. Headed east out of Idegard. So we probably should go to Brexus, right?
I'd say so.
I suppose it depends on what our goal ends up being at the end of everything.
The librarian pipes up for a second. You know, Brexus sounds like a city that or actually quite a large city that I'm familiar with. Do any of you know of a state called Texas? Oh Lord, one of these
Heard that
days.
everything is bigger there, but
But I mean, yeah, if
I
you've
heard the
got
stars at night are big and bright.
names,
Texas.
then
While we're on the topic of geography, where are we? I have no idea where this place is.
Bodyguard.
We're
Yeah,
in
you're in-
Idegard.
yeah,
And how far away is Decadoro?
Decantoro, she just said, are weeks, maybe even months away.
She did say that? Oh.
That is
But
very
that's
concerning.
the island, right?
Continue.
So Brexit would be between.
Yeah. It's like, so you're close-ish to the eastern coast. Decantoro is weeks away via boat. Like, it is a
Gotcha.
long time away.
So, this guy was here I'm assuming these two people are the same person, okay? So when I'm saying this guy was here 2 weeks ago to get a book, and then he was here last night, it's a very long journey. I doubt he would have made a journey all the way back by boat to the island and then came back. So I'm assuming this guy's probably from Brexis.
I think we should
Assuming-
investigate Brexis.
Yeah.
I agree.
Or it
Well,
could
we could
very
drop by,
easily-
let know what we found out, and then see if they could lend us like a wagon with some horses, and we can just get on our way.
Yes. Also, a
nice.
cannon and 6 tons of scrap metal would be very helpful.
No.
Miles might have also stolen the book 2 weeks ago, hid it somewhere in town, and then got it back last night.
That's true. But then did the trees as a distraction. Possibly.
That's a good point. Maybe he got.
Didn't you say he was in a shady alleyway looking for something?
He was in an alleyway, crouched over, and he said that he was avoiding the cacophony caused by the fireworks. Which, I don't blame him for that.
But at the same time, he could have just gone to his room in the inn if he wanted to avoid that.
Do you think we should hit the alley on the way back?
Sure,
Maybe
I
see if we can find
agree.
anything.
sure, simple enough. Another possibility that may be overlooked is that somebody is attempting to set our dear friend up.
That's true. I didn't even consider that. Like maybe he's the real guy and the guy who stole it was just using his face like an illusion.
But then the same guy is crouched in a shady alleyway. Right near a ruckus with trees.
That's fair. All right. But just keep it in mind, maybe.
I'm not,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm
I
saying...
think we should, at the very least, talk to him and get some answers out of him.
Is he around still, Rex? Do you know?
No, he's left already. He left today. Like I mentioned earlier, he's heading back to the east.
Well, shoot, we could probably try to get him. He's probably still close. Do you know how he left? On horse?
I didn't care enough to ask.
That's fair. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm going to go say that Cass found out 2 possible names for their perpetrator.
I mean, alright. I help too.
Okay. Allow me to rephrase. 9, Cass, and Vox found out 2 potential names for their perpetrator.
And also a possible location where they could be escaping to.
Yeah.
Sure. One of you will have to come with me for that, though, because
I'll come with.
Okay. I fully admit the only thing that I got from our conversation right there was that east.
True.
I think we should all go back to the
east.
I think we should all go to the diplomats
I
and
agree.
reports what we've found. So maybe get a little bit of coin, as well as to request some mode of transportation.
I agree with
If
you
it's within reason.
I agree with him too.
Do you think they'll give us our own boat?
Maybe. I don't...
I would think they would give us the coin to request a charter to the island.
Yep. If we don't find anything in that other city.
So,
I-
what would you all like to do?
I think we should investigate Brexis first, then the island.
Magical Isles.
I think I can't speak for everyone, but I think Vox would like to go to the diplomats, report the finding, and get paid for the small bit of information that they got, then see if transportation is not out of the question for stuff we can be given, and then go to Brex's to investigate the my Alice.
Voxel is right. I agree with him.
Okay,
Rex
come
was
on.
planning to head to the diplomat, so
And Fizzlecrick will follow.
As it is now roughly midday, probably 2 or 3, you would guess, given that we go on the same time and calendar as the rest of the world because it makes my life 10 times easier.
Yeah.
You can approach the door and pass a seemingly unbroken window.
Whoa, magic!
it's like I was never here.
Your impact was felt, Rex. Don't worry.
What would you like to do?
There's a door we can knock on, right?
Yes.
Varza would knock on the door.
You hear the familiar voice of Luca. Who is it?
Varzel, one of the people you've hired to
It's
investigate.
quite all right. I know your name. Please come in.
5 of us, actually.
Oh, all of you.
The rest of the group are here. Yeah.
You can hear
Hello.
a quick clattering, which you would assume is possibly more chairs being duplicated.
Shit, company. Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah. 10 more people
Hello
showed up to
again.
my wedding than I was expected. I don't know where I'm going to make that many chairs from.
Hello again. I'm sorry for coming back on such short notice, but we think we've found some information regarding the suspect and where they might be heading and what they've been doing.
Really?
Or at least some kind of lead, yeah.
That quickly?
Yeah. We have 2 names that we assume at least one of them is the thief's real name, or maybe neither. And yeah, a sense of direction of where they're going, and maybe even a city that they're going to.
A sense of direction, a city, and 2 possible names. Okay, give us all of the information, if you will.
The first name we got was from the librarian here, Belinda. She gave us the name Myalis for the description that you gave us, which I do have a question about, but I'll get to that at the end. Rex here went on his own. Or, Rex, do you want to take over this?
Yes, Cass actually found out a second name that may potentially be linked to it, although we're not entirely certain if the thief was simply using their look to separate themselves from the situation or to attempt to frame somebody else so that they could get off more scot-free. And that
Deceptione
name-
check.
That's not
You said
You
Cass
said
found
Cass
it, bro.
found out.
Yeah,
You're gonna make us look
if
so
you
suspect.
if you had seen my face, you're like, Cass found out. I'm like, squint.
Alright, with disadvantage, that is... Well,
Is it another natural 1?
it is not.
Is it a natural 2?
With disadvantage, I had an 18 plus 1, but with disadvantage, it is a 3 plus 1.
They sort of just look at you and I was like, right, well, thank you, Rex, for your contributions to this investigation. Please, if you could move your chairs around, we're going to cast a bit in here to see if we can find them.
Oh, do you need the sense of direction in a city?
Everything you can give us.
You told us yourself that he was heading east, and we do find that with the person that Cass found out about from an inn, that person comes from and leaves to the east when they arrive in town to go to the inn. So we assume that since the same thief that you talk about also left eastward, that they're most likely the same person, and the city that we can think of that they would most likely be going to would be Brexus. It's possible that they could be going to the Magic Isles, but I doubt that, as that would be quite the journey to make with back and forth within 2 weeks.
Is possible. And you can see now as Lana and Jeremiah are like moving things like to the walls in the room. Things are being pushed. The fire has been put out at this point that was there comfortably only a few hours ago. And they sort of pull out this like magic dust and sort of sprinkle it in a circle around the room and put, like, it almost looks like they're creating a summoning circle of some sort.
Okay.
And then they sit down, and this is the first time you've heard Lana or Jeremiah speak, but they all start muttering an incantation in the same, like, speed, volume, everything all at the same time. And for sake of ease, I'm going to roll both names at the same time, because only I know their real name.
Oh.
Ooh! Someone flip a coin.
That's heads.
Heads.
Heads?
I was gonna say I have a D2 for this.
I have a toonie.
So, with a natural 2 and a natural 20,
Oh my
no.
god.
Which one did you make us choose?
you see as this powder that had been sprinkled in a circle around the room, and now these casters that are sitting crisscrossed with their arms also crossed right over left, almost making the okay with their hands, palms faced upwards, eyes closed. You can see as the inside of the circle opens to almost a floor, and then you see that you are actually gazing upon someone from the ceiling. And as they open their eyes again, you see a vibrant blue in their eyes. No pupil, no iris, no white of the eye, nothing. And they
I'll
sit
lead
there,
over to whoever's
unmoving,
closest.
unblinking.
Lead over to whoever's closest. Is that supposed to happen?
I feel sick.
And the person that you are now spectating is a scrawny, roughly 5'6", blue-haired with lavender eyes elf.
Yes.
And can we tell if he's in Brexus?
Someone can make a history check.
I always gotta do history.
Oh, I'm so bad at that, but let's try it anyway.
Voxel, you would have advantage because you know the
A
most about...
3!
Ah.
I don't know where nothing is.
Someone's dice are going to dice jail tonight.
Yeah, I'm not
No.
using this set
Come on.
again.
All of them.
Come on.
Every dice rolled in this session is going to dice
Oh
jail.
my god.
So
I
you
don't
said
even want to
advantage, right?
participate.
Did you also roll a 3?
Yeah.
Voxel, if you
I'll-
would like to do this, you get
Yep.
advantage.
Natural 12 and a natural 3 for a total. So the
What
natural
the
12 is a
hell?
total of 14.
You know what?
Natural 12.
I'll try.
It is just a room.
If you roll a 3... No, they're like walking.
Yeah, no, the 2 rolls were a natural 3 and a natural 12. Is what I got.
Oh, 2 were a natural 3, and then you got a natural 12?
Let me try.
So it was like I rolled with advantage. I got 1 natural 3,
17.
1 natural 12.
Cool. We got a 17.
All right.
So this is not Brexis itself, but you would assume this is somewhere around there. It's very similar topography and landscape as here, and Brexis is not too dissimilar from here.
Does Fizzle Crick tell us this?
Oh yes, he does.
Okay.
Let's see. Seems like this man thing is in a city quite close to here. Yes. I would assume that it is in fact Brexis like we suspected.
So, is he just walking, or can we see? Is he like?
He
Look like?
He is walking.
Does he look like he's hunted, or?
He
he
seems
just
to be
like-
fairly comfortable with walking out in the open. He's got a backpack on.
Okay.
So this means at least one of our names were right. And that also...
But which one?
Yeah, but then it doesn't really matter because both of them are doing really sus things.
Myalis was the name that went through the summoning circle. Or,
Ooh, that's-
whatever spell was cast.
That's the name that Belinda gave us.
Correct.
So he doesn't. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but he doesn't look too terribly stressed.
He does not.
So he either thinks he got away scot-free, or it's not him.
I mean, if I were him, I would think I got away pretty scot-free.
Well, also, if he's in Brexis right now, then who in Tarnation did we see the other night?
That's true.
Unless he could teleport.
Shoot.
You would be aware that Brexis is about 2 weeks away.
Ooh!
If
Shoot!
If he is if he is a powerful enough mage to cast Modify Memory, then teleporting himself across such a distance in an instant would be rudimentary.
Brexis is a 2-week trip.
Correct?
He could have, if what you say is true, that he's a powerful enough mage to cast teleportation spell, that could be true. But also, I guess what Rex was saying could be right, or what other people have been saying too. They could be brothers, it could be a disguise trying to frame them. But then if this is the guy if this is Myalis, this means that this is the thief. And if Eivor...
Yeah, so then who's the ARs?
Who's who? Sorry?
I said his name wrong. Hang on.
Eivor. I got Eivor.
It's Aelor.
Alor.
Eilor.
E-I? Oh.
Oh my lord! I wrote it so wrong. I wrote adore.
Adore?
E-L-I-O-R.
And very quickly, the scrying spell fades after about a minute. And you can see as Luca, Lana, and Jeremiah open their eyes again, still sat in this pattern, looking a little more weary than they were beforehand. And Luca speaks once again. It appears we found someone of use.
Miss Blevats, I do have a question. You three, or you, Luca, were able to give us the description of the man that we just saw in your fantastic spell. How did you get that description? Because there were no witnesses to the stealing.
I don't know.
Well, that's not good at all.
What do you don't remember?
I don't.
Now,
No, this is just
don't be
getting
alarmed,
older,
but this is the
actually.
second time that someone's been unable to recall something that seems like they should know.
You are possibly quite right. Who else should know something that they don't?
Belinda.
Belinda, she couldn't remember what the book was called. She knew where it was stored, and she recognized it was gone, but she couldn't tell me what it was about, other than it had spells, or what it was called, even what the title was.
But she was able to remember, my Alice. So, this must be like a very specific spell that he casted, if she was able to remember his name from his description.
Or the real perpetrator might have just framed some random nobody.
I mean, it's
That's true.
intriguing, though. We should... Belinda knows everything about that library in and out. And we
And you think you'd remember who had told you about, you know?
Correct.
Here's what I'm kind of thinking here. Belinda said that people can only get into the restricted room with a written, I can't think of a word.
It was
Written
like a
invitation-
permission, yeah.
written permission from either Belinda herself or one of you three. Is it possible that this is a person who maybe you did know and trusted, but got this access to this restricted room from you, got the book out, and then erased or modified the memory of both Melinda and yours to make you forget that you gave him the permission in the first place, and also just some facts about him, like his name, but not his appearance.
Well, if it was done in a certain time, they could wipe out like a whole day, right?
I mean, it's possible, given they're strong enough. But
Do y'all keep
why would a
records
caster
of the books, like a Dewey Decimal System or something, like in the restriction section?
We keep record. I mean, Belinda keeps record of every book that's ever rented. But if a book is not borrowed, it wouldn't show up in her records.
But it would be an inventory, right? Like she'd be able to. I guess you'd have to inventory it against every single book, though. I was just trying to think maybe if she could be like, oh look, it's myths about frogs. That we don't have that. It must be the one that got stolen. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's possible, but that could take her months. We don't have months with the contents of that book.
That's true.
Do you have any sort of record of the people that you've ever given written permission to enter the restricted section too?
No,
Give me
the
sort of, like,
restricted
list?
section has its own book for keeping. It has its own book for keeping people who rent books. I know it sounds stupid, but
Well,
Oh, it's a ledger.
has
so
that already been checked?
yes, and unfortunately, there is no name in there for all of
For
the books that
Maylor
are currently checked out are there, and any book that's been checked back in is gone. This book of spells has not left our circle, and it's not written down in the ledger for, we don't really want people knowing that book exists. Of course,
Just
someone does.
Just out of curiosity, could you don't have to tell me the specifics, but do you recall the contents of the book in specificity?
I mean, it's powerful spells. It is those of...
But you know what's in it, though. It's just the title that no one can remember.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that hadn't been blanked out as well. Well, I mean, we can go chase him down and try and talk to him, but you got like a cart or something? Like, it's going to take a long way by foot if we just go trekking.
I'm sure we could acquire one for you. Is a cart what you're requesting?
A horse-drawn cart.
Yeah, I mean,
A
unless
carriage.
you've got,
Yeah,
you know, a faster way to travel.
We are
Can I-
mages. We are not powerful enough mages to transport 5 individual humans of sorts. Humanoids. 2 weeks travel away. What were you
Can I have
gonna
a
say,
boat?
Rex? We do not have a boat here.
No, it's worth a try.
Why would one such as yourself need a boat?
For all the
Rex is like boat reasons.
transportation that we're going to be doing back and forth between the various cities.
There's
The landlocked cities.
There's okay, yeah, no.
Man,
Horse-drawn
this
boat.
session is a
Horse-drawn
mess.
boat.
Just go full Shadow and Bone. Airboat!
Boat with wheel. Like SpongeBob movie.
I mean, Fizzle Crick is good at inventing things, so do you want me to build you a flying boat?
I don't... Is that within the realm of Fizzlecrick's ability?
Not at this current
possibly.
time, no.
A year into the campaign, we just start playing Spelljammer.
Yeah, the Fizzle Crick space program. I'm sure it'll be real safe.
On this debate of travel and how to get there, that is where we're going to take our break.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Claudine. Okay,
Oh my god.
and welcome back. So, we left off with you guys having just finished scrying on Myalis, and we're inquiring on transportation methods as to how to get to. There's a lot of twos in one sentence. Braxis.
Brexus?
Brexis. Breakfast, Texas, something like that.
Brexit.
Breakfast!
Brexit.
Britain.
Get breakfast in Texas before playing D&D to go to breakfast.
Yeah.
Brexit toast.
I need to eat breakfast toast and breakfast when we get there.
I'll be
This is a
having some
good
good old
bit.
breakfast toast in June.
Let's just do this for an hour.
No, let's not.
Yeah, because that'd make great content.
It would.
I mean, I could have
Yeah.
just ended the session, but or like I could just end the session, but
Nah. Continue.
Buildings fall, everyone dies.
yeah, exactly.
Cass, we're gonna need 5 new portraits.
And we're also going to need portraits for all of our backup characters.
No, I'm only having Cass make portraits as shit happens. But what would you all like to do?
Yeah, so I guess... horse-drawn carriage? Do we need anything else, like rations or bodyguard? I don't know.
I mean, I figure we are basically the bodyguards of ourselves.
Rex seems fairly capable at that job.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not a good fighter in the slightest.
You still have some sawdust in your hair from finding the trees last night.
with a greatsword on his back.
Do not
So-
worry. I am very capable at killing things.
You know what? I believe you.
Yeah, you don't strike me as someone who would not be able to defend themselves. Or wait, I might.
Alright, so,
sorry, I might
to
have
get-
gotten it wrong.
To get on topic. Diplomats, are we gonna have food provided on these travels? Or should we get that out ourselves? Or
Do we get a per diem?
do we get a per diem? Do we get a reward for the information that we brought to you, like you said?
Can we see the menus in advance?
You do get a reward for bringing us information on this suspect. If you wish to
Have
proceed
some
in that
rats.
way. And you see as they produce a small pouch of gold.
Well, we're definitely gonna still try to get the book, I think,
Mhm.
right? Yeah. So,
I just like money.
that's fair.
To be clear.
Everybody likes something.
How much is in the gold pouch?
50 gold pieces.
For the
Split
each
amongst
of
us,
us,
right?
or to
Yeah,
split apart?
split amongst you.
Okay.
10 each?
10?
Yes,
All right.
that is in fact how
Hell
math
yeah.
works.
Good.
Wasn't told there'd be math.
You have
In
clicky
my
clack.
dice rolling
Math in
game?
my math game.
Math in my numbers? No!
What,
are
have you
fake
been to
numbers.
coolmathgames.com before?
That one meme. Math in my D&D? It could happen to you.
If you have had math happen in your D&D games, you may be entitled to compensation.
Structured settlement.
Hmm?
Compensation of a structured settlement.
Yeah.
Legalese. You don't even know. All right,
So
Greg, go ahead in the game.
should we start out today, or should we start out like in the morning, or do we need like camping stuff? I don't have a tent or anything.
I'd say it'd be our best bet, to start off in the morning. While they already have a massive lead on us, it'll give those of you not used to traveling on the road a chance to actually get the things that you may or may not need.
Can I, can I have, can I see our vehicle in advance? I'd like to make some modifications.
I'm not comfortable with that.
Just be nice to the horses, okay?
Oh yes, yes, I will. I will. I
Keep
just
your
need to
hands
make
off
some
the vehicle, please.
modifications. Trust me, I am very good at modifying vehicles. Besides, what have I ever done to you to make you suspicious of me?
This is one
I
of
mean,
our
to be
carts.
fair,
We
he
don't
hasn't done
allow-
anything personally.
We don't allow modifications to these carts.
Thank you.
That's very disappointing and frankly, kind of close-minded of you.
Whoa, dude.
I mean, you could buy your own cart. It might be a little pricey.
And buy your own horses. And your own
Yes.
supplies.
And food for them.
And, mm-hmm. All right.
So, do we want to leave tomorrow or later today after we get supplies?
I do have some business that I would like to tend to around town before we leave, either way. I'm good with either idea, though it is getting later in the day, and like Rex said, it might make more sense to leave in the morning.
Alright.
Yes, and I have some experiments to conclude in this town. And by the
Alright.
way,
Diplomatic
you're
reason.
welcome for solving your rat problem. Just, you're welcome in advance.
Rat?
Well,
Oh.
not so much solving as changing the rat problem. We'll see what happens.
Okay, that's...
I took care of your rat problem. You made it worse. Worse
I made 'em bigger.
or better?
Oh, Lord.
It's much less boring, I'll tell you that.
I apologize on his behalf for whatever he has done.
Like the catchphrase of the group.
I haven't done it yet. But
Rex and Cass, would you want to leave later today or earlier tomorrow?
I mean, it sounds like maybe tomorrow but we should get some shopping, some stuff that we might need on the road while we're here.
All right.
Leaving tomorrow would make it easier to find what we need in the stores. For those of you who don't already have get-up-and-go bags, to gather the things that you need for keeping yourself dry and having a decent enough place to sleep.
Excuse me, diplomats, like on the topic of what Rex is saying, should we be seeking that out ourselves, or will you be supplying it?
Supplying what exactly?
Nine looks to Rex. Nine doesn't know. Exactly. I mean, I don't know.
I assume that 9 is referring to the get up and go bags. About 15 days worth of rations, a hammock, and a cloak that can be very easily used as a tent, if the need demands it, along with a flint and steel
Please,
and a
tents.
couple
I'm
of
very
water
good at digging
skins.
holes.
Your holes are
I don't
quite
know if
small.
everybody will fit in a hole, Axel. Or, sorry, Fizzle Creek.
I can dig multiple holes.
Graves.
They serve many purposes.
But yes, diplomats, that's what I was referring to and asking.
We can give you the money to acquire such goods, but we will not be supplying them ourselves.
I'll take that.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you very much.
The gold given should probably be more than enough to cover. But if you are willing to provide more,
We said that we would cover it, and
That
they
would
hand you
be
what they
really
assume
appreciated.
would be enough gold.
Which is?
100
Alright.
gold pieces.
this is more than enough, and we will be returning any change.
Is that split between the 5 of us?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Whew. Awesome. This is a great...
That's a lot. That's a lot.
No, it's perfect. Thank you very much, diplomats. This has been a pleasure.
On that note, diplomats, since we are heading to the east anyways, Luca, is there anything that you need delivered out that way, or
No.
had to try?
Alright. I'm gonna go off and do some shopping. If we want to go as a group, that might make it quicker.
Mine's gonna do
But
this.
if anyone wants to join me, I will be leaving.
Yeah, I mean, I'd also like to maybe get some stuff like a tent, maybe.
A tent? You'd have luck looking in the shops around town.
Nine's gonna go specifically to that lizardfolk seamster, try to look for him from last session, who is selling that silk shirt that I think was like 15 gold, you said?
Yes.
Or 10? Yeah. She's gonna try to look for him, seek him out, see if like where she saw him the first time is where he still is, in that booth.
He is still there. Oh, hello. Because I don't remember this guy's accent from session 1.
It was snake-like. Hi, I was here last night. I'm here to see that same shirt, if you remember, that I saw last time.
The,
That very beautiful, nice silk white shirt.
Oh, yes, I don't have it with me. It's back at my shop. If you wanted to give me a few minutes, I could probably go and get it.
Oh, yes, please.
And you see as he sort of walks away, leaving the stall to one of the other attendings that's there.
Hello. I say to the other attendant.
Hi.
Are you like a friend of the seamsters? I don't know his name.
Oh, I just work for him.
I see. Is he a good employer?
Yeah.
Are you unionized?
Are you unionized? Do you have dental?
I'm sorry.
No, he actually pays me quite well.
Oh, that's good. Are you like an apprentice or just like?
I'm not an apprentice. I do my own seamstressing, but it's just easier to make a name for yourself if you start with someone else.
Yeah, I get that. That's nice. Have you been building a name for yourself? Has it been going well?
Um, I've got a few customers. I just started a few months ago, so.
That's great. That is great. I'm happy for you. I'm gonna like say that the conversation continues. I don't want to bore everybody with this.
Um,
I'm
Like,
gonna see if I can get just some camping stuff. Maybe supplies for cooking.
yeah, you would be able to find some camping stuff pretty easy at one of the general shops around town.
All right.
All in all, everything that you get would probably run you about 15 gold.
Awesome. Thank you.
Voxlady has some supplies for travel with him from his just how he's been traveling. So how much would like small tents and some rations cost him?
Probably about 3 gold. For the
All right.
tent, and then probably about an additional 1 for the rations.
All right. Mark that off.
Do we need to buy hay for these horses?
I would guess that would be supplied.
Okay.
They said they were supplying hay, right?
Yes.
All right. Does anyone have any other things they'd like to shop for?
Rex is actually going to go to the he is actually going to go to the various people in town, specifically the ones that do a lot of like shipping and like outbound things, and he's just gonna check in with them about if they have anything they need delivered to. I want to say Brexit, but that's not the right town name.
Brexis.
Brexis.
No, we don't usually. Correction. You would get a fair amount of no's, just like not many people ship out of the city. Most people are getting shipments in.
Got you. Okay. It was worth asking. He just
Think
gives a small nod.
I think I saved the rest of my gold for a diamond.
For a diamond. You proposing?
No, I might need it sometime for a spell thing, but you know,
Ooh.
That's a very good.
it's a lot. It's a
question.
lot of gold to get one though.
Is there a potion shop, or would we know of a potion shop?
No, unfortunately, there's not one in this town.
All right.
You don't trust my potions? Really?
No.
If it is in dire need, I will try whatever you are concocting, but only if.
You wound me. I promise you, the centipedes are just for the extra, are just for extra nutritional value.
Extra cost.
They do provide a nice crunch.
Because that's what you want when you're drinking a potion. Crunch.
Crunch. Yeah.
Cass is vaguely concerned.
DM is majorly concerned.
Would Vonto be able to stop by the library again?
Sorry?
Would Vonto be able to stop by the library?
Yeah.
Hi again, Belinda, right?
Yeah, my name is Belinda. Welcome back.
Do you have any books on specifically like summoning a familiar or summoning a creature in service for you?
Summoning a familiar. I mean, I don't have any necessary like books on it, like just solely on it. There might be a few in the magical section. You're more than welcome to check around.
All right, thank you. And Varsa would go and look for books on like something familiar and maybe to like detect other types of magic.
Sorry?
Somebody familiar and like just like a general like detection spell,
Cool.
because he is vaguely interested.
Yeah, so you're able to find a book on that relatively quickly. I mean, it takes you a little bit, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, I just like to like look over it for a while and see what I can learn from it.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be your traditional magical tome based on the stuff that you're looking for. There's a few other things in there that seem to be higher level magic that you think would probably be out of your purview at this moment in time.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
Nine has been waiting for like an hour for the lizard man.
The lizard man gets back and says, here is the blouse that you have requested.
I take it. I feel it. It's beautiful. I say, "Oh my god! I recently came in some money. I could finally buy this. Very
Well,
convenient."
wonderful.
Yeah.
I
And I
appreciate
pay
your patronage.
my pleasure, and I pay whatever it is. He could probably fucking rob me.
15 gold.
Got it.
Would anyone else like to be doing some preparations at this time?
Mula- uh, Fizzlecrick is going to see if he can find any sort of alchemical or magical ingredient store.
Cool. No. This isn't a city that really specializes in that.
He is disappointed, so he just plops himself down in his hole and starts his experiments up again.
Okay.
Rex, by this point, having watched everybody else go off to do their shopping, would have actually headed back to one of his safe houses. More likely than not, the one that he had taken Cass to the other night to sleep after the battle with the trees. And he's just going to be double checking over his get up and go bag, making sure that everything is in there, that the rations are still, eatable.
Yeah. You're well prepared to have to move at a moment's notice, so you know that your
Bug out bag.
is wonderful. You are fine.
Then the last stop that he's going to make, before heading to the tavern for the meal he had discussed earlier, is simply going to be to try and get in contact with one of the people from the group that he normally does work for in the city. One of the less above ground or above board businesses.
What specifically are you looking for?
More specifically, he is just looking for a what would the appropriate term be? He is essentially following the rule of he is leaving this circle's area of influence, and he is looking for essentially a note of good standing to give to the next area that they move into.
So you're looking for someone from your clan or someone that you've helped? Sorry, I'm...
So someone from his clan giving him a word of recommendation to get him the potential for odd jobs, places to stay to extend his safe houses and things like that in the next city
Yeah, roll me an
that they're
investigation
heading
check.
to.
With advantage, because you know the patterns of your people.
Okay, investigation with advantage. +1. That is a 2 and an 18, so a 19 total.
I was about to be like, how'd you roll double nat ones with advantage?
Listen. I'm not lying this time, so it wasn't a nat 1. Thankfully.
Exactly.
Not lying this time?
Yeah, you're relatively able to find someone. It takes you a little bit, but you find someone that you would consider a brother. In the terms of, like, that's kind of how your entire clan works.
Mhm. Like family bond type of things.
Yeah. He points you to the leader, etc., etc. And as that
Mhm.
happens, you are more than able to get a letter of goodwill for passage between cities.
Wonderful. As he's heading away from that, back to the tavern, the last thing he says to the leader of this, the leader of his current family is, if something ends up happening and you come into something you need help with, you know how to reach me.
Okay.
And then yeah, he's gonna head to the tavern and find a nice table, sit down, and start getting himself something to eat.
Cool. That would be Mithnane, Zoop, not Zoop, Voxel, and... Wow, brain go... Head empty, no thoughts, only brain. Bames John having a strong.
Cass?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Why am I forgetting? How? Rex,
Is it Rex?
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
That would be you three done. Cass and Fizzlecrick, are you doing any more shopping?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I think I'm okay. I want to save the rest of my gold.
Alrighty. As you all...
Actually, wait, I'm sorry. Could I just say, for like flavor text, 9 also buys like new boots and some comfortable socks?
Yeah, that would
I'll
be
just, like, waste
another
the money.
5 gold.
Yeah, I'll
Sorry.
take that.
Lawrence would return the 16 gold he did not spend.
Okay. As you all finish getting your supplies, returning your gold, doing whatever you may have done, and the night draws to a close as you plan to head out tomorrow, where would you all be hunkering down for the night?
Fizzle Crick is gonna sleep in the hole he dug in the campgrounds.
Okay.
I think I'm going
Lawrence
to.
will
Oh, God, sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I want to break in my new tent. I'll go to the campgrounds and pitch the tent and use my new camping supplies.
Voxel would have gone back to his room at the tavern.
Okay.
Nine.
Yeah.
Nine would have packed up her own tent that she already had out, and probably now that she has money, go to an inn and get a room if one is available.
Okay. Yeah. You're more than able to find a room at the inn. They state that it's going to be 2 silver for a night.
Oh yeah. All right. I give it. I accept.
Okay.
Rex is just gonna go to one of his bug out safe houses.
Okay. And anyone else? Okay. As the night draws to a close, and you all fall asleep, the morning comes, and as you all slowly wake up, come to, and are prepared for your day, are you going to meet up? Are you going to just set out?
I think we would all either meet at the inn or at the cart.
Yeah, I'd say either at the inn or in front of the building where I'm guessing the cart's gonna be.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
in front of the building.
Okay. You see, as meeting out in front of the building, Luca is standing there, hand on the reins of 2 horses and a carriage that's kind of just a cart with a piece of cloth strapped over it to like give you
Hey, that's better
shade
than no
from
piece
the,
of cloth.
give you shade from the sunlight.
Is
And
Jeremiah or Lana there
No.
with him?
he pats the horses and says, "These are yours for the time being.
Nine
Do they
would
have
pet
names?
the horse.
Do they have names?
Yeah, I mean, I'll name them if they don't have names, but it feels wrong to just call them horse.
I don't know their names. If they do have names, you are more than welcome to call them something if you like."
Nine is petting
Oh.
one of them as like, ooh, you look like a lucky.
I love that. We call the other one Clover. Then they're both lucky.
Ooh, well, yeah, look is good.
Now all of our
Yes,
luck will go to
they
the
will
horses.
be very
and we'll
lucky
run-
to survive this journey.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
don't say that. You're scaring them.
Nine glares so hard at Fizzlecrick. Daggers.
For that, Fizzlequick walks.
Never had the opportunity to experiment on horses before.
No.
You don't have
No.
the opportunity now.
Fine. I'll continue with the rats then.
You better.
I have my own concerns about that. Anyway, Luca, is there anything else you need from us other than the book? Like, do you want us to bring him back questioning, or just turn him over to a local authority, or?
If you can bring him back, that would be appreciated, but it is not required. If you have to, by any means necessary, put him down, that is also okay, because then at least he's out of our hair. But don't resort to lethal force unless he does as well.
I mean, I try not to murder people indiscriminately. It's a little bit against my personal code. But if we could get him to come back and explain himself, I'll definitely try.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm writing notes.
You are all right. Well, I suppose you should all be off then. Go catch our thief.
What an adventure! My God. I'm so used to traveling alone.
How low to the ground is this cart? Do I need a boost?
You could comfortably climb in. It might take you a second, though.
Just scramble into the back.
Yup.
It will be refreshing to travel with others again. Or to really be part of a group.
It's gonna be great to not have to walk.
I mean, I think this
That-
is
that
all
as well.
great. This is just part of the experience, wandering as do.
Yeah. As Fizzlequick climbs into the cart and unpacks his mobile alchemy station, he seems to relax a bit. He takes off his coat, his big heavy gloves, and then one of his hands.
Hmm?
Oh. Are you okay? Do you need help?
No, lost that. Melted this hand years ago, but I made the bones into a cool prosthetic. I hold up my replacement hand, which is like a bunch of bones held together by ropes and wires and little mechanism.
9 throws up.
Well, that's just handy.
Yes. Yeah. Fizzlecrick spends a little time touching up the mechanisms, then attaches it and returns to his experiments.
I'm gonna settle in the
Okay.
back of the cart and polish my shield while we wait
So,
for
who's
travel.
who will take the reins of the cart?
Does anybody have good animal handling?
I have
Or
proficiency
two.
in land vehicles.
Hey!
Same.
So
Anyone
who
with
do you trust
proficiency-
better to be? Who do you trust more to drive? That's the question. I also have proficiency with animal handling.
I'm not
Plus
proficient
two
with
animal
it,
handling.
but I've got a +4.
Oh my God. Oh, it's
Yeah.
so
Hey,
bad.
Voxel, I'm not
Yeah.
riding in the back with all of that. I'll sit up front next to you. You can drive if you want to. I can drive if you want me to. I don't care. I'm just not sitting in the back with...
Well, Fizzlecrick or Cass
Kobold.
might
that.
be one of our better options for driving.
The question is, do you trust Fizzlecrick to drive?
No.
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 Even the DM says no.
No.
Well, you said you're proficient in land vehicles, right? I mean, I'm not proficient in vehicles, but I'm
I mean, he's
okay at
proficient.
animal
I'm
handling.
also proficient in air vehicles, but that's not important at the
He's
moment.
proficient in it, but that doesn't mean it's going to be in our favor.
I'm also looking at this from a roleplay perspective, not from proficiency perspective, as the rest of you have already gotten into the back of the cart.
Yeah.
Vart will take the reins then.
I'll sit up closer to the front.
You know,
What are you gonna do,
either
Rex?
this adventure will have one of two outcomes. Either you will grow to finally trust Fizzlecrick, or you will distrust him that much more.
Or Fizzlecrick will grow to be trustworthy.
That is not going to happen.
Well then, I guess we're not going to trust him.
So,
Uh,
as Voxel, did you say you were taking the reins? Did I misunderstand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
As
Vart
Voxel
will
takes
take
the reins, and you, Luca pats Clover and Lucky, you head off out of the city eastwards with your bags full of new supplies, some more coin, and a mission. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, that was really
Yeah.
great.
We're